What is an Elohim? As I've started studying angels in the Dr. Heiser book, this word comes up very quickly and is very, very important. And so I wanted to do a little screen capture Bible study with you here as we look at Psalm 82 and what this means. And so you'll see here I am in Logos Bible Software, which is my software of choice. You can do similar things in several free softwares like Blue Letter Bible. But what we're doing is we're looking at verse 1 here. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. Now, when I was growing up, one of the things that I was always taught was that little g gods are fake. They're imaginary, they're not real. The only God is the capital G God. In the Old Testament, he's referred to as Yahweh. Makes total sense. Never really thought much about it until I started reading some of Dr. Heiser's material. And one of the places that he goes is right here. So as you look at this first word, God, and we look at the fact book of what it says about it, it says who he is, the supernatural being who originated and rules over the universe, the object of ancient Israelite worship, the deity, supernatural being, Lord of hosts, Jesus Christ. All of these different things. Yeah, that's who I think of when I think of God. But then it starts mentioning this Baal guy, and why is that included in it? Divine beings, why is that included in it? Okay. And so as it reads here, it says, God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. And so as I look at this word, the Hebrew word that is in the big G, God, it's the word Elohim. See it right there. And you see that it's always translated as God or gods with the little g as well. Okay. And so when I come back over here and we look at the little g gods and we pull up its Bible word study, it's the same word. It's Elohim. That's really confusing. Why is the same word translated as big G God in one spot and little g God in another spot? And what I've come to understand is that Elohim is describing a type of being. It is a non-human supernatural being. The Bible Project has a great video series on this, and I'll include that link below. Elohim is like saying, you're an American. Well, what kind of American are you? You could be an American that lives in Texas or here in Missouri. You could be an African American, a Native American, a South American. You could be Guatemalan. We're all Americans, but we're still different. And so the Elohim term is not talking about a single supreme being. The Bible has other words for that. He has a name, Yahweh. He's referred to as El Elyon, the Most High God. It is saying that there is a number of supernatural, non-human beings, spiritual beings, and those are called Elohim. And as I think through this, it makes so much more sense than the idea that they're imaginary. As you look around the world and throughout history, people have interaction with spiritual beings on a regular basis. I think of a story of a pastor that I know in India, and how he came to faith is because his family was being persecuted and punished by a supernatural being, by an Elohim. And when they went to the local priest and said, can you help us? The priest said, no, the being has told me to ignore your family and to let you suffer. And he came to Christ because a Christian came and said, the Most High God has great power and has more power than anything. He is the creator God. He has power over this other being. And we can remove him from your home and from your family. And he did. And so if you go to another culture with their idea of gods and you tell them your gods are fake, your gods are imaginary, they look at you like you're crazy. Now, in no way does that mean that they are on the same level as God Most High. There is only one God in the Bible that is a creator God. There is only one God that rules over everything. There is only one supreme being, and that is Yahweh. That is Jesus Christ. That is the Holy Spirit. And Dr. Heiser, as he teaches these things and shows them in his writings, is very, very clear about that. And you look at how the Most High God interacts with the rest of these Elohim. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? So some of these Elohim are doing wrong things. Give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. They have neither knowledge nor understanding. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods, sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, like men, you shall die and fall like any prince. God is judging these Elohim for failing at their duty. We have simplified spiritual beings to good guys and bad guys, angels and demons. And so this angels book is about the good guys. Dr. Heiser has another book called Demons, about the bad guys. And a book called The Unseen Realm, or a layman's version of it called Supernatural, that explains all of these ideas. And so I encourage you to look up some of those things. Watch these Bible Project videos that you'll see listed down below, or get one of the books and learn about the supernatural world that we experience on a regular basis, and how that has always been part of the Bible. Like, subscribe, and share this video, and send me any questions you have. I would love to interact. Have a great day.